As the United Kingdom and Russia have announced the beginning of vaccination from next week, India is expected to make a similar announcement soon. While it is associated with multiple vaccine developers, there are a few, including Russia's Sputnik, that are at the final stage. The government, meanwhile, has announced that it doesn't plan to vaccinate the entire country as of now and will regulate its strategies as per the need and also the efficacy of the vaccine.
Indian pharma company Dr. Reddy's and Russian Direct Investment Fund has started clinical trials for Sputnik V COVID-19 vaccine in India. They say they have launched adaptive phase 2 and 3 clinical trials after receiving the necessary clearance from the Indian authorities. The two companies are in agreement to produce and distribute for 100 million doses in the country. Meanwhile, Serum Institute of India, which has partnered with AstraZeneca to manufacture its COVID-19 vaccine, will continue to test a 2 full-dose regimen of the shot.
In case of COVAX vaccine, all over the world, most of the regulators have accepted that if the efficacy is shown more than 50%, they will prefer to start using that vaccine on a mass scale. So, anything which is beyond 50% is always going to be a plus plus.
The British drug maker has said its COVID-19 vaccine could be up to 90% effective if administered as a half dose followed by a full dose. Serum Institute, which is currently running trials in India testing the safety of AstraZeneca's vaccine as well as the immune response it triggers, has no plans currently to alter them to include the half-dose, full-dose regimen.
You have to take into account what is the price, what is the economy, what is the ease of transportation and what is the ease of storage. Because some of the vaccines which all we know requires -70, -80 degrees storage conditions, some requires -20 degrees storage conditions, some requires to be transported with the dry ice. There is a restriction of using dry ice and the quantity of dry ice in the aircrafts.
The global trials showed the efficacy rate of the shot was 62% if the full dose was given twice, as it was for the most study participants in trials in Britain and Brazil. Meanwhile, the government of India has said it will vaccinate only the required number of people and not the entire country.
Our purpose is to break the chain of virus transmission. So if we are able to vaccinate a critical mass of people and break that virus transmission, then we may not have to vaccinate the entire population.
The government of India has been keeping a consistent check on the progress made by various firms towards vaccine development. Prime Minister Narendra Modi took a vaccine tour to different parts of the country to take real stock of the situation. The country has successfully contained the sudden surge in the number of cases, but requires a long-lasting solution to return entirely back on the track. Most of the authorities in the country have said the country will have the vaccine by January-March window.